All right, let's talk about something that is, no joke, a real financial superpower. It's not some complicated stock market trick. It's a simple, powerful secret to building wealth, living below your means. It's a total shift in how you see your money.
And look, this isn't just some silly cartoon. This right here, this captures a genuine game changer. It's a principle that helps you build a solid foundation for your future instead of getting buried by debt. So let's figure out how you can actually harness this thing.
Does this whole thing sound a bit familiar? You get paid, the money just flies out, maybe you even have to borrow a bit just to make it to the end of the month, and then boom, you do it all over again. It is a financial hamster wheel, and man, it is exhausting. But what if there was a way to hop off for good?
You see, most of us are taught to aim for what's really just the starting line, living within our means. We think, hey, if my expenses don't go over my income, I'm doing okay, right? But the real secret, the key to actual freedom, that lies one crucial step beyond that.
Okay, so let's get right into the heart of it. Let's break down exactly why just getting by is what's keeping you stuck, and what this whole superpower thing actually looks like in the real world.
So first up, let's be super clear on the common goal, living within your means. This is where your income perfectly matches what's going out. You're basically treading water. Now, you're not sinking into debt, which is great, don't get me wrong, but you're not moving forward either. You're just stuck in the exact same spot month after month.
Now check this out. This slide shows the difference perfectly. Let's meet Sam and Sally. They both earn a decent $25,000 a month. Sam lives within his means, so his expenses eat up his entire salary. His margin is zero, zilch. But Sally is different. She lives below her means. By keeping her expenses down at $15,000, she creates a $10,000 margin every single month.
This number, this $10,000 margin, this is everything. This isn't just leftover cash for a nice braai. No, this is the raw material for building wealth. It's the money you need to start investing, to smash your debts, to build a proper emergency fund, to create real, lasting financial freedom. Without this margin, you've got no fuel for the journey.
So here it is, the most important point. I want you to think of it like graduating. Living within your means, that's like finishing high school. It's a good foundation for sure, but living below your means, that's getting your degree. It's the next level, and it's where true financial mastery actually begins.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but let's be realistic for a second. This is not easy. Financial freedom has a price, and it means you got to be ready for a fight against some pretty powerful forces.
Come on, we've all seen ads just like this, right? They're everywhere. And they love to use the language of freedom to sell you the exact opposite. They promise you a quick fix, an easy way out.
But let's just call it what it really is. It's a lie. It is not freedom. It is just another set of chains. You simply cannot borrow your way to wealth. This is financial bondage, plain and simple.
Look, the ads and the marketing, that's one thing. But the toughest battle? It's usually internal. The biggest opponent you're ever going to face is the person looking back at you in the mirror. It's your habits, your desire for that instant gratification, the temptation to keep up with the neighbors. That is the real fight.
We all love the idea of the snowball effect, don't we? Where your money just starts growing all by itself. But here's the part nobody really talks about. Before that snowball can start rolling downhill and getting bigger and bigger, you have to painstakingly push it uphill. That initial effort, that discipline, that's the hardest part, by far.
So how do you actually do it? How do you go from feeling totally stuck to actually making progress? Let's lay out a simple battle plan to get you off the couch and onto the path of becoming a pioneer. Let's be honest with ourselves for a second. Sometimes we can all be a money couch potato. We know we should be doing something, budgeting, saving, investing, but the inertia is just huge. And you know what? That's okay. Acknowledging where you are is the very first step to getting up.
Your plan doesn't need to be some complicated spreadsheet. It starts with 3 simple things. First, be brutally honest with yourself about your numbers. No hiding, no pretending. Second, start small. You're not going to run a marathon on day 1. Just start walking. Aim to save just 1%, seriously. And third, be consistent. Discipline is a muscle. You have to flex it every single day, even when it feels small.
So don't get overwhelmed by the marathon of financial independence. Just focus on that first step, today's walk. That small, manageable action you can take right now. That's how every great journey begins.
And you have to understand something. What you're doing is special.
Most people won't do this. They'll just stay on the easy paved road of consumerism. By choosing this path, you are literally a pioneer, cutting your own trail through the thick, dark forest of buy now, pay later.
So after all that hard work, the honesty, the discipline, that uphill push, what's waiting for you on the other side? Let's talk about the reward, the freedom that you have well and truly earned.
Okay, now this is a bold statement. The author of our source material is so confident in this principle that he makes this wild promise. He's basically saying this method is bulletproof. If you consistently live below your means and invest the difference, financial independence is pretty much inevitable.
But hang on a minute. With the way prices are going, that's a pretty big promise. Especially here in South Africa. A nice dinner out can cost you a pretty penny, hey?
Ah, there it is, the fine print. A very smart move from a financially savvy guy. But the point stands. The confidence in the process is absolute. This path just works.
And this, right here, is the final, crucial mindset shift. This journey is not about depriving yourself. It's about realigning your spending with what you truly value. It's a conscious choice. You are actively choosing your long-term freedom over some short-term, fleeting trend. It's empowerment, my friend, not punishment.
So as we wrap this up, the power is now in your hands. The question isn't whether this works, it's what are you going to do with it? What is that first small step, that walk around the block, that you will take today to start your journey as a financial pioneer?